Alright guys, welcome to Austin's Off-Road Garage. My name is Austin, and today we are talking about winches. Let's dive right in. Alright, so my current winch setup is just like an eBay special. It's called an X-Bull. It's a 13,000 pound winch. It came with synthetic line. It did come with a fair lead, but this is from Factor 55, and then it had a basic winch hook on it. It's wireless, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, it looked really good for the price. This was about $334 shipped to my doorstep. Came with 2 remotes and an extra cord here for when your batteries die on your wireless controller. So this is the amount of times I've used my winch to pull out another vehicle. That's a 1. I've had a lot of issues with this thing, and it's time for it to get the boot. So what happens is it will feed out with the controller, but if I hit that in button, which is pretty important, you know, when you're winching, you pull yourself in, you pull your rope in. It does not work. I would show you, but it's all disconnected from my battery's disconnected. This is all disconnected. You're just gonna have to believe me that it doesn't work. I promise it does. It does not work. So yeah, that's what we're switching to, or that's why we're taking this bad boy out here. It really sucks because this thing is an absolute beast when it did work. We're just gonna pull the Factor 55 flat link out off of here, and that's about it. The rest of it's going somewhere else. Oh, really sucks, but I mean, for a $300 winch, what do you really expect? So let's jump in and talk about the new winch we're going with. I'm a little behind on that, but let's just talk about it anyway. And before you're like, oh my gosh, why'd you buy a Harbor Freight winch? Because that's what I did. I had a really hard time finding bad reviews about this thing. So I figured it's double the price of what I have in there currently. This one cost me about, well, retail it's like $600, but I used a 20% off coupon and I got it for 400 bucks. So, or a little, 400 bucks and some change, we'll say. So can't really beat that, especially when you check out these specs. I've seen a few other channels where they use this thing almost daily and it works great. So let's jump in and talk about it. So what I went with is this Badland Apex 12,000 pound winch from Harbor Freight. If you just read on the box, it tells you everything you need to know. So it's IP69K waterproof, and it's IP68 dustproof. Comes with the synthetic line, a wireless controller that's fully waterproof, and it's got a fast line speed, which that's not really my concern because I'm not in a race. I just want to get unstuck. So that one doesn't really matter to me, but it is what it is. So this is what it looks like from the box. Let's open this thing. All right, so we've got it all out of the box. This thing looks really, really nice. I like the shape of it. Kind of looks like a super winch. Like, I don't remember what brand that is. Is this super winch? Correct me if I'm wrong. Got a nice dark colored synthetic rope. The whole thing's black, which just happens to match this guy, which will look super awesome because this one's like blue. Never a fan of that. So this thing, look how freaking smooth that is. I mean, granted, it is brand new out of the box, but I mean, look at this thing. This is an on-off switch for your wireless controller, and then that's where the wired plugs in. This is your controller here, and then you just plug the other end of the wire here. Looks pretty sweet. Looks like it's nice and sealed, waterproof. Comes with this pretty beefy hook. Let's see if, I don't even know if we're gonna run that or not, but we'll see. This thing comes with an extra one of these. This is like, you wrap it around the synthetic line to protect it from like rubbing on rocks, things like that. That's super cool. all your cables, and I believe this one's like extra if you want to extend it. Nice ferry lead. Not going to use that though because we got the nice Factor 55 one on there. All your hardware, and then it comes with a battery disconnect for your winch. You put it on the positive side of your cable, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. And then your instruction book. So pretty cool. And then where did it go? Ah, right here. Oh yeah, it actually comes with 2 of those guards. So there's another one. And then this is for if you want to relocate the control box, you can mount it on here and then mount it somewhere else in your vehicle. I'm not really down on cutting my grill. This thing's pretty fat, so we might end up doing that. I'm not quite sure. I want to get it in the Addicted Off-Road bumper, kind of get it fitted in there and see where we're at. So yeah, honestly, I think this is going to be a pretty sweet winch. I hope so. We're going to go test this thing too. I want to go get stuck, use it several times, see how hot it gets, see if we can get this thing to fail, which I don't think we will. So yeah, looks pretty freaking rad. Main power cable, this is the ground. So look at all this stuff it comes with just out of the box. And as far as I know, you can order parts for this off of the website. I don't think you can do it in store yet, but I think you can get them online, which is pretty cool. This does have a 90-day manufacturer warranty, which is kind of crappy. Warrants and stuff like that, I think they're like 3 to 5 years or something. But Harbor Freight offers an extended warranty, and it's a 1 year or a 2 year. I can't remember how much they are because I didn't purchase it. But you can go back at a later date and purchase it as well. All right, so that's enough talking about it. And let's rip the old one out, and then we'll install this guy. All right, guys, we got the old winch out. Everything went smooth, it's pretty easy. Will not miss you. Let's get this thing stuffed in here real quick. See how well this thing's gonna fit. Oh man, that is tight. All right, so we got her in there. Looks really nice. If you're wondering if this will fit in an Addicted Off-Road bumper, it is so close. Look at that. Oh my gosh. But it fits. I did check and make sure all the bolt holes line up. So on to the next problem, which is this grill's not gonna fit on here with the control box in this position. So I'm gonna take it off, play with it, see if we can't. I just don't have anywhere to put it. That's my problem. And I don't really want to cut up my grill because this is a Highlander model, so it's got like the paint match grill. This is all factory. It looks really nice. Just don't want to cut it up. I hate cutting up good parts. And yeah, we'll go from there, guys. But it does fit. That's the main thing. I was wondering if it was going to be too long. I didn't take any measurements or anything because I'm an idiot. But yeah, she's close. I like the black. Not a huge fan that it just says Badland like in big letters right there, but I don't, if we relocate that goes away. So I'm gonna take that cover off, play with it, and I'll let you guys know, or I'll show you where I end up landing with it and whatnot. So let's keep going. All right, guys, check it out. We got this winch installed. We got the bolts in the bottom. Looking nice. It's definitely a tight fit, guys. Like, if you have an addicted off-road bumper, it is super tight, but it fits. It fits in the bumper. The grill does not fit, which we're gonna cover that in just a second. I just wanna show you guys how this thing works real fast. We got it all wired in. Really simple. You got this wire here. This is your main power, and then it's got this little black wire coming off of it. You hook that to this stud, and then you run your ground wire off of that, and you just hook it to the battery. You're literally two wires to get this thing powered and going. So that's pretty easy. Next thing, we're gonna switch it to free spool, and then we're just gonna pull this wire out real quick. I wanna show you guys that it works. It's a little stiff, but it's okay. So then you come over here and you pull off this little rubber flap, turn the wireless on. Then you push and hold this for 3 seconds, turns on, and you have your in button, your out button. The only problem we had, honestly, is that this, I think it's called a thimble, something like that. I don't know, you can correct me down in the comments, but it does not fit very well in this Factor 55 unit here. I mean, like, I can't even, we had to use a hammer. So, got to do a little self-clearancing, but check this out, I'll quit blabbering. Oh. you gotta put it to engage. There you go. Remote auto shuts off after 2 minutes. Turn that off, and then put your dust cover back on. So I think it turned out pretty sweet. All right, so the next problem we're seeing is this control unit, control box is pretty big on this. It does come with a relocation kit, but in my case, it's not really gonna work because I can't stuff it underneath the hood anywhere. It's just, everything is all full. So, we're gonna have to cut the grill, which really sucks. I'm not very happy about. But basically we're gonna just cut from this section, these two ribs, to these two ribs, and then all the way up just underneath the Toyota symbol here. We're just gonna go slow. We'll probably cut in a little further to begin with, and then we'll, yeah, so from here to here, and we'll go from there. So let's start cutting some stuff up.
Austin's not excited to cut it up. I am.
Ran out of blades. Reposition it. So this is where it gets tricky. You good?
Yep.
Is that all the way through? Yep. Not too bad. The reason I'm using an angle grinder is because I don't have a Dremel. Well, I have a Dremel, I just don't have any blades for it, and I'm too lazy to get some. But it makes quick work. Oh, that sucks, but it is what it is. Bad news, guys. I'm not very happy about it, but kind of expected it, I guess. So we've cut this as much as we can without cutting into any of this, and it doesn't fit. We're still sitting pretty high. So I've already ruined the grill. It's not my favorite, but what we're gonna do is we basically just need to flatten this where the Toyota logo sits, because it's kind of oval, you know. And then I think it will look clean if we just cut it flat and then cut the emblem to kind of match it. If not, I'm buying a new grill and I don't know what I don't know what to do after that. So he's ready. What I thought it would.
No.
It's gonna be like at a weird.
We'll have to go back and clean it up for sure, but.
Oh, don't like that. All right, guys. So I'm having a heck of a time trying to get this grill to fit. I have chopped the living crap out of this thing, and we're getting close. But I'm gonna tell y'all, if you plan on running this winch, either A, don't do it because of this. This is a big winch for this bumper. Or relocate that box, find a place for it. I don't really have room. Like I've mentioned before, I got intake, washer fluid, I've got cruise control, but I mean, that's in not really enough room to put that there. And I got a compressor. I thought about running it into the cab, but I just don't want to do that. So, making progress. I'm really not stoked. I'm cutting clear into the emblem, which I didn't really want to do, but I'm just gonna, I took the emblem off and then I'm gonna put it back on and cut it to match. So hopefully it still looks somewhat clean. On camera, it doesn't look that bad, so that's good. But yeah, we're just massaging it. It is a tight fit, but we're getting close. If you're wondering, I didn't use this battery disconnect. I might actually throw this in at a later date. I think that's kind of why I got a lot of corrosion and stuff on my old winch. It's just from that constant draw, and I got a little bit of corrosion. I also think that I have like a bad connection. My hood's closed, but my battery gets corroded. Usually that's from like a poor connection. So maybe I'll throw this in so we don't kill this winch. And I did throw a little bit of dielectric grease on there. Just some of this stuff from like AutoZone. So as of now, I'm not running this, but maybe at a later date. All right, guys, check it out. Got it in. Got the grill to fit. Fits nice, super snug. And I mean, up close, I mean, you can't even really tell there. But I mean, like from far away, it's hardly even noticeable what I did. Really actually kind of stoked on how that turned out. I was getting a little bummed out there for a second. So I'm glad it actually worked out. Shop's a mess. I'm tired. The only thing left to do is I'm gonna unwind this and then hook it up and use the 4Runner as a dead weight and suck it in. Get that nice and tight. All nice and spooled up. Yeah, pretty stoked on this thing. So if you're running an addicted off-road bumper and you want the Badland winch, you're gonna have to cut the crap out of your grill for sure. Maybe a body lift might help a little bit, or relocate this, like I've said 1,000 times now. But yeah, that's it, guys. I think it actually turned out really nice. Let me know what you guys think. Would you do this to your grill for a winch? I don't know about you guys, but I haven't winched that much, so it was a little hard for me to cut up a perfectly good painted grill. But I think we'll be all right. All right, so that's it for today, guys. That's how you install a winch, or how you install the Badland winch on an addicted off-road front bumper. It's a pretty awesome thing. I think it's gonna be a great winch. It's just a little bit of a headache to get it in. But as always, thanks for watching. My name is Austin, and I appreciate your guys' time. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll catch you on the next one.